Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I said this on many occasions, and that is our rights are no more than temporary privileges. Even though our rights supposedly come from the Creator, not from governments, and they're very well written down on different documents, our handlers can change that whenever they want. That is, if there's a right is a right forever, you can't change it based on circumstances. Then it's just a privilege that they can give it to you and they can take it from you, even though it's clearly stated those rights should not be infringed. So, and you can't, the government actually cannot, because it's coming from, the rights are from God. Now, obviously, this is BS, and we have here an example of the fact that when the government, or when some people that handle the government decide that the population doesn't do what is supposed to do according to these powers, they will infringe your rights, your privileges. I will give you an analogy after I read this title coming from The Telegraph. Here it is. This is from today, the 11th of November 2023. Give police powers to ban pro-Palestinian protesters, review to urge. Now, as I said many times, again, in a company, look at the company or corporation, there are clear rules over there, of operation rules, policies. Those things could be changed, not changed, bypassed, ignored, in case the situation requires. Even though there are the rules, they can, someone in charge, not someone who's not in charge, someone out there can change those policies for that particular event, even though they ask you all the time to follow those rules and policies. Another example from for example of corporations. When things are going well in a corporation, that is making a profit, the management, the guys in charge of everybody else, are very flexible and nicer than usual. They smile, they maybe invite you to their house, maybe they organize an outing somewhere in a park with the whole company, maybe they give you some Christmas gifts, maybe a bonus here and there. Now, if the company doesn't work that way, or someone has something to say, a criticism, or a suggestion, we can change things, or you create problems, you rock the boat, then you see exactly, that attitude of everybody's good, we are a good company, we have this policy, we're great, changes in reality, which is the supervisors, the directors will stop smiling. No more outings, no more bonuses, no more Christmas gifts, and so on. Everything, and even some rules get cut and others are made, which in a company they can do that. In a country, not really, if you have rights. So when people in a society, in a country that pretends that it is democratic, free, independent, and all this garbage, not the ideas are garbage, the guys in charge are garbage. Why? Because they are going to use these beautiful ideas to fool us. So in this case, we have the police needs power. Some say, give police a repressing organization. That's what the police is. They repress you, suppress you. They defend you. Okay, how? All right. So their primary function is to stop something. It's not to decide. There's the judges. They are the executioners. So give police powers to ban. So the police in the Constitution has the right, or whatever common law you have over there in Great Britain, or not even, because I know Great Britain doesn't have a constitution, if I remember correctly. They just have some common laws and all this and all that, traditions, and right. the police can go and ban pro-Palestinian protesters only. They will not ban pro-Romanian protesters or French protesters, but pro-Palestinians. I wonder why. Well, you're going to see that they changed the rules based on rocking the boat. Some pressure somewhere. If I would live in a free world, in a free country with free speech, I would tell you exactly by name. That group, that person, that. But I can't. So I have to speak like this, okay? Because we live in a free world. They trained me. So I have to auto-censor or censor myself. So let's read the article. Maybe you're going to figure out things. An official review will urge a change in the law to let the police ban pro-Palestinian marches because of their impact on the Jewish community, the Telegraph can reveal. So, another point I would like to make. Always look at the justification. For instance, we are used to this. I need you to do this. That's how they say here, I need you, which I very much dislike. I need you to do this. And you have to ask why. And you need an argument. You need a reason. But it can't be because tomorrow is Monday. Okay, I'm not convinced. Why, if tomorrow is Monday, I need to do this? So the person who needs to make you do something has to bring a valid argument. Maybe persuade you in doing so. Or maybe it's going to show you, if you don't do this, you're going to die. And he has to provide the evidence. And you can just say that, and everybody's like scared, put a mask on, get some boosters, and get in the basement. Not like that, okay? So they need to persuade, they give you some intelligent reason. Otherwise, they will just say, well, I want you to do that because, I don't know, we're good. Oh, okay, I'm going to do this. It doesn't work that way. With children, works that way. Not with adults. But it works with adults, adult bodies, with child brains. It works. So they give here a justification why the free speech of pro-Palestinian marches should be not infringed, closed, turned off. And they give you a justification. Now, the justification is valid or not. We're not going to discuss that one. Here, I don't dare to discuss that one. Lord Walney, the government's independent advisor on political violence and disruption. So vague, disruption, political violence. I understand political violence, but disruption, okay. Said British Jews were facing an, and I'm quoting, emergency. You're gonna die, my friends, if you tomorrow, Monday, you're gonna do that. That's basically the argument. Like I gave you at the beginning. Why should I do it tomorrow? Because you're gonna die tomorrow. What? Okay, nevertheless, this lord that I know has special value in the British society is saying that the British Jews were facing an emergency because an, quote-unquote, explosion in anti-Semitic incidents linked to the marches. Well, aren't there laws for disruption and political violence? All right. John Woodcock, a former Labour MP, was ennobled as Lord Walney in 2020. He resigned from the party to sit as an independent in 2018 amid the anti-Semitism scandal, and in 2021 was asked by Boris Johnson to lead a review into political violence and disruption. All right, now Lord Walney was on the cusp of submitting his review, but following the October 7 Hamas attacks on Israel, he agreed with the Home Office to update it in the light of the fallout of British streets. Okay, well, it says, currently police can apply for a public procession to be banned under the Public Order Act if there is a risk of serious public disorder. I understand that one. But Lord Walney said the bar was set too high because it did not consider the wider impact of demonstrations on vulnerable groups. groups. So he gives us the reason. I'm not going to read further. So this is the way it goes. When the truth comes out and the government cannot control the truth, all right, they will ban certain things. So let's say we tell the truth and we spread the truth. What they will do? They will close YouTube. First, they will try to close me, and then they will pop others, and they will close YouTube. And they will not allow other YouTubes to be formed. That's what they do with the free speech. And they say, you have a free speech. We just banned YouTube because YouTube promotes this, and some people have an emergency. But everybody else, your rights are suspended. I'm against, situations of violence, especially political violence, and we have laws to deal with that. But once you stop banning things, you don't stop when you start. So again, you have rights or you don't have. Temporarily suspended. This is dangerous, but I just want to emphasize that these temporary privileges are given to us and taken based on the decision of other people smarter than us. That incidentally, we supposedly vote for them, even though that Lord was appointed. So when an appointed guy decides for the citizens, he's equal to them in front of the law. But because of the position where he was appointed, he's gonna start this process. And the police, who's supposed to protect all of us, and remember, the government is supposed to protect our rights, is gonna go along with that. Well, what can I tell you? Privileges, temporary privileges. The same United States of America. And here is a little bit, they don't get to that point. They did with the COVID garbage. They got with their mandates. Privileges or rights? Right to assembly? Peacefully? No. Go outside, go in this. They treat us like dogs. Like free human beings. Do you think you were free? I wasn't free. I wasn't. And other people decided for me in the name of the good. So if you're not supporting the good and decide to drop your temporary privileges, then you're bad. And they will sanction you badly. Now, this sounds like free humans, free world, free people, free country, free speech, free. It's a pretense. I want it better. And we're going to make it better. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.